Okay. Good morning. I am Amelia Williams. I am a life coach. For those of you that don't know me, um, this is my husband Roger, and we have been together for a very long time, since I was 15 and he was 17. High school sweethearts. 5 kids later, 4 boys and a girl. Um, Here we are at 55 and 57 years old. And 2 days ago, we came across something that we thought we would um, video because we think it would probably help other people out there, people and or couples that are doing their lives and wanting to find happiness and joy and balance in them. We discovered something I'm calling, it just came out when we were talking 2 days ago, Roger's Joy Bucket. And it came up when we're in the middle of rehabbing our living room, so we don't have a couch. We have 2 chairs and a straight back chair like we're sitting in now, and I pulled that over next to the recliner that he was in and held his hand. And the next day he was talking about, well, do you want to talk about what you were talking about? About how the joy doesn't last?
Yeah, I think that what we discovered is when I find joy, it dissipates, sometimes extremely rapidly. And it's been a pattern probably my entire life. I would have to assume. My parents were, well, my mother used to get beat by my father, a lot of abuse, and so that was kind of what I grew up with. And I think that somewhere along the line, that created a hole in my bucket, and so we have a bucket.
I have a cute little pot that we found the other day
in a house that was
very descriptive of the hole in the bucket. So what happens, when you have a hole in a bucket? You try to put water in it, and how quickly does the water leave the bucket? So that's what we discovered the other day, was that his joy bucket must have a huge hole in it, because as soon as he gets a piece of joy, and whether it's walking, whether it's the Cardinals winning, whether it's money in the bank, the Blues, they'll all be back sometime. Whether it's money in the bank, whether it's a good job that he got assigned by corporate, whether it's a celebration of something, it's gone. Like in the split, it's just gone very quickly. So what we figured out is that he needs a new joy bucket, and he needs to start filling it with joy pieces and be mindful. This is how you make changes in your life. This is what I do with clients, is you have to have an awareness first of what you're trying to move through or change or shift. And so you want to hold up we went into Orscheln yesterday to get some stuff and some grass seed and whatnot, and he found himself a new joy bucket.
Bam! Is that not cool?
And I think it's very pretty.
It's just a wee little bucket. It's bigger than the one with the hole in it, obviously. Yeah. But it's a beautiful bucket. I love flowers. Flowers do bring me joy. I know I'm a big macho man that likes flowers, but that's okay.
You could be macho and feminine. You can have female and male energy.
It's not as big as it looks next to when I put it up there, it looks like a huge bucket. It's just a wee little bucket.
Up there it looks like a paint bucket.
Yeah, but it's got lovely flowers, and it looks.
And what are you going to put in there?
I am going to put in slips of paper for whatever I experience joy with, and I'm going to put it in there, and it won't leak out. And the intention that I'm putting around it, yes, I have a nice.
I was going to say, you could go get it and show him. He's going to keep his crystal that he meditates with in here as well, and take it in and out. So this is something you all can do. If you're watching this and you're thinking, where does my joy go? Does it go anywhere? My joy, I don't have a joy bucket like this where it drains out. Maybe 6 or 7 years ago I did. But I've worked on that piece, so that's not one I'm currently working on. But so you can show them which.
So I have two things to start with. This is my citrine crystal that I meditate with, and that's in my joy bucket. And then this is my medicine bag that has all kinds of cool things in it. Something that represents each one of my children and my lovely wife. And
he'll keep that in his joy bucket.
And I'll keep that in there as well.
And then his slips of paper.
And then slips of paper for when I have a joyful moment. I will write that down and put it in my joy bucket. And since there's no hole, there's a price tag. There's no hole. I will.
So his exercise, his exercise will be here in the future, because when you start to make changes, they don't happen immediately, generally speaking. You have to work on them, and you have to keep the mindfulness piece there, and you have to keep the awareness there. So when he has agreed that when he starts to feel like he doesn't have joy, or, we all get in those places where we get depressed, we get down, we get unhappy, and it's like, what the hell are we doing here? What's the point of all of this? He can go back to his joy bucket and pick out those slips of paper and say, oh, yes, okay. And a lot of us do need those reminders. We get back, we've had an opportunity here with this virus to sit back and take some time and really look at what we're doing in our lives and what's important and who's important in our lives. And maybe get some of those self-care practices in place. My guides and my download the other day they're talking about when this thing is all over, time is going to be moving even faster than it was before it all happened. And we have been divinely given this space to get those self-care pieces in place, whether it's meditation, journaling, walking, having a new morning routine where you sit and you actually enjoy your coffee. You're not gulping it down before you head out the door and drop off the kids. And we're going to return to that kind of, and we need to be more mindful, and we need to have these pieces in place. So he's got his joy bucket, and there's no more holes in his joy bucket. So when he has moments of joy in his life, he'll be able to hold on to them longer. And so, that's this is just one little exercise. And thank you for being willing to share it. I think it's important that people out there know that there are men doing work as well as women. And we're a couple that we've been together for a very long time. And we're still working on pieces and trying to...
40 years.
Yeah, I know. Long time. And we're still working on our relationship, on our individual stuff, and it's all good. It's a good thing. Some of the moments aren't so good, and you get through those. So I just wanted to say thank you, and
I even got a kiss out of the deal.
Oh boy.
Yay. More joy.
More joy. Put that in the bucket. Y'all have a good day. We'll talk to you later.